Welcome, this your boy Ty. Finna do a 2 monster hunt and 1 hunt with 1 hammer, basically. This is mainly a video I used to watch and see how I did with certain weapons since, you know, Monster of the Worlds is coming soon, January 26th. I'm gonna be prepared. Already got my pre-order ready. But, yeah, we're just gonna go through this and, you know, talk about what I was thinking at the time, I guess. So first, I just got the attack mail because, you know, we're trying to hunt 2 monsters in 1 hunt, so I'm gonna have to kill them fast and, you know, move on to the next monster. So first, I'm going down here because I explored this map quite a little bit, so I kind of know the ins and outs a little. In the monsters movements. So I decided to go through the river instead of going down straight path because it just takes you to the side and then it slows you through some waters, and I thought this was just the quickest way. Plus, if there's a chance I may have saw the Barrett or Giraffe up here, they'll usually always spawn, I'm pretty sure, fairly, in their respective nests. Except the Barrett, I don't know where his nest is for real. Cause he comes over here to heal inside the corner over there that my camera is looking at. Well, right here, this is my first time using a hammer on actual hunt in any Monster Hunter Generations, I believe. No, I played Monster Hunter Generations mostly, and I never used a hammer. And in Worlds, this is the first time I'm hunting a monster with a hammer. I was in the training a little bit when I first started Worlds beta, but I didn't do just to know the ins and outs of the combos and stuff like that of each weapon. So it wasn't like I had no extensive time with the hammer, but hey. The hammer is fairly simple and straight to the point. Knock the enemy monster out. So we're finna jump down. And also, I wanted to check and see, you know, if you skin monsters, sometimes you may get hide, scale, and then they pop up information to where I could see if there was like in the future there may be possible, like you say, armor sets for the monsters. And the fish, you may be able to expect some, or it just may be used for something that's mainstream and to upgrade it, you know. Alright, so here we're finna hunt the Giraffe. But before we hunt it, I decided to see if I could sneak around it and see. Well, I haven't went to explore the very back of his face yet. See how close I can get to it, even without the ghillie mantle. See if I can actually get past here, or if there are any environmental effects I can use to my advantage. But it didn't seem like it, so at this point I decided it's time to hunt, because I only got 20 minutes. Hope that's only in the beta too. So I started for the full charge. Pretty sure it's my R2 to knock him out from the head while he unsuspected and know I was here. Then went for a partial combo of my tap and O circle. My main point here is just to get as many headshots as I can and stun them and KO damage. Or stun and KO damage. You know, when I just noticed this, that while I was hunting with my friends on multiplayer, because I'm pretty sure did all the quests already. But when we was hunting a friend and he was acting like a douche, leaving me to fight this along with a bow and arrow. Don't ask me why I was using the bow and arrow, I was kind of stupid. But I noticed that whenever he's doing his twirl, he really doesn't do any damage to you. I think it's mostly if you're caught in the middle, that you actually take damage from the Giraffe throw. But I don't know. It'll take more experiments to actually figure that out. Now right here, I decided to see the items, and I saw that my cat laid down a cage right here. I was trying to lure him here, but he was doing his twirly thing, so I thought I'd shoot a slinger ammo shot. Stone. But to my surprise, you can actually shoot the cage and it'll go off. I thought it was like you have to press the O thing. I didn't know you could actually hit it. No, but my armor said I did go for all power moves because, you know, we're trying to hunt the monsters fast in under 10 minutes each. That's what I'm trying to give each of them. Because I'm hunting Jatharos and Barroth, and I need to kill the Barroth to actually complete the mission. But to add on, I have decided that I have to skin them fully before I can consider it a complete. And this is my first try, so I'm actually pretty proud. And for a first time with a hammer, man, I did pretty well. My thoughts on a hammer is that it's actually very strong, especially against desert type enemies, I guess you could say. Enemies that use a lot of armor, but I guess it's to be expected with a blunt weapon. It's more effective on destroying armor. See, whenever he does this, he leaves himself very vulnerable, especially when we got the hammer, which makes a fully charged R2 attack to do some really good damage. And if you're lucky enough, you'll most likely hit his head, causing KO damage, and then if you're lucky, you get the stun. To be honest, I had the Challenger Mantle, but I haven't used it this whole time because I haven't actually set it up in my Hot Wheel. For some reason, I don't know. Every time I go on a different mission, my Hot Wheel changes. I don't know if that's the deal with the armor set or weapon choice. But sometimes my mantle is in there. I don't know how to really equip it. I had that show with my friends too when he's trying to have the glider mantle with, you know, my friend just likes me with that. Wait, no, it's a charge blade. Yeah, it's a charge blade. A charge axe. I don't know. It's one of that. It's that technical weapon that does quite a bit of damage. So if you get used to it, I recommend you try it out if you haven't used it already. And I figured out that mainly when the monsters are weak and they go to sleep, they always go back to the original nesting place usually. So I was just thinking that the Barroth actually does that and goes to the water pit. But I thought when I saw the Jatharos weaken him enough, he tried to leave the area and then go to his nesting place. But he left the area and came back because it was his nesting place, which I found interesting. This is no transitions. It's kind of, I don't know. It has a feel to it. No, I like it. Just saying, it has a feel to it. I'm pretty sure this is where. Oh, I gotta recommend that. That KO damage you do on a sleep monster feels so good with the hammer. I'm pretty sure this is where the hunt ends. I killed Jatharos. Also, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Jatharos. I don't know how to really say it well. Just gonna go with the flow, you know. But I scaled them 3 times, and I'm pretty sure that's how many times it can scale large monsters. Fairly large monsters. Sometimes you get 2, I think. Transition. So this is where we gotta go now. Track the Barroth, you could basically say, because I know where to find the monsters relatively if you start the mission, but after like a few minutes, it's kind of, you know, they roam, but they still stay in a relatively same area. Except for I think when it turns nighttime, the Barroth will actually come around here. You may see some Jatharos and Barroth action, but other than that, yeah, he's mostly up there by the sand pits where you could potentially face Diablos, which I may be having a video for, so keep out for that if you're interested. But yeah, first the Barroth will usually come from this direction whenever he's trying to head to the his water pit to revive his armor. And he usually doesn't come from down there, he's usually at the top. Like we said, mostly where Diablos is resting. Above where Diablos is resting, better said. At first I was going blindly, then I started listening to the flies. Well, looking at the flies, because I don't really have to collect the footprints because the flies kind of, you know, They track each footprint, so it can't be that hard. And there, I spot them. Barrows. Like I said, we only have a few minutes, so you know I'm trying to hurry up and get to them. And this is where I hit the 10-minute mark, which was perfect. Basically, give me 10 minutes to kill Barrows. Now, at first I tried to get some slick actions, use the environment to get close to him, but yeah, he kind of moved faster than I expected. So please forgive me. Rocking with a fully charged, trying to catch a Barrows. I was like, forget it. Might as well aggro him first and then start doing as much as I can. And I promise this is the first time I used the hammer. I surprised my own self how well I did against Barrows in this zone and use the environment well. So some probably hammer experts will be like, yeah, you're a noob, you could just tell. At first I wasn't expecting how good the hammer would do against Barrows, but after I got into the fight, I felt the effect. So I can say I got very lucky. Plenty of times. Now, you will see a lot of mounting because, I don't know, for some reason I was just being a mounting god. Well, pro, that's better said. I wasn't that damn good, but hey, I did pretty well. I actually kind of like the new mountain, the charge attack, but I gotta used to getting braced. I gotta get used to bracing. As usual, we're gonna go for the KO damage. For a moment during this fight, I was wondering if I should summon Diablos, cause you know, you can summon Diablos if you swing your finger shots at those birds up there. You see, they'll screech and they'll aggravate Diablo's sleep, which will cause this sand pit right here to shake and Diablos to come out. If you use that to lure Barrows underground, well, not to lure him, but to make him fall on the ground if you position him right and do it. Also, I will say I wasn't going for falling off pieces of monsters that be included in what I gotta scan. That would be just a little, you know, running on time and don't got much of it, just 10 minutes. I think the first time I ever hunted Barrows was with my signature weapon, Twin Blades. You know, dual daggers, stuff like that. And it took me about 16 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Just crazy. And also, I'm surprised. At first I didn't know this hammer had paralysis effects. Cause usually I'm not one to check my weapons, but when I thought I really needed to hunt these two monsters in a certain amount of time, I decided I had to look at it and then got my armor situated to what I needed. I didn't feel I needed much defense or stealth or mounting, you know, that's stuff they actually have for you. But I felt the attack power was necessary if I wanted to do this quick. Plus, you know, the hammer actually has the... Could you say properties, I guess? Ooh. I don't know, that kind of hurt me a little bit. But I guess you could say properties to get through their armor. And, oh bro, I was so lucky here. Man. After looking back on this, I'd be like, how did I even survive, to be honest? Because the fact is, if I actually died once, I probably would not have completed this. I love the sliding effects. You know, the slide and jump and then the let go effects with the hammer and Twin Blades. Easy mounting, and actually Twin Blades is just one of the funniest things to go around their back, doing like minuscule damage. And then just fly off and go back in. Demon mode is just so good in World. After I noticed that, I think that was the first time I actually charged attacking his head, and I noticed that you get really good damage to knock him down. And there, I did a full charge first just so I could reset his fall. Hopefully. I was like saying I predicted it, but it was hope. And then I went for the full O combo. Circle combo. Fall into environmental hammer roll. And that's where he started low and run. I don't know how he did not get blinded right there. Guess he wasn't really directly looking at me. But I figured that if, you know, my slinger shot can just shoot it, then probably I can actually just hit it myself. I don't know, I still need to work on more of the cat stuff. But see, this is what I meant by I was mounting a lot. I guess you would only use a small knife if you know. First you're using a hammer, you can't really just get on it and just go ba ba ba, expecting to hold on. So you got this little knife that does like 1 damage. I think it's just because of his armor. I was trying to pay attention a little bit more to my power code. I just noticed my power code has been pulling out a lot of stuff to do some damage. So I don't think they really show the power code's damage on monsters. So, you know, like how you do damage right here and it shows the white little damage or the yellow bigger damage. At this moment, the barrel's getting desperate and trying to run away. So, you know, he started to run, and if he got too far, it probably wouldn't have finished him too much that he could keep up. So I thought I'd swing a slinger shot, see if I can get his attention or do some damage while running. But for some reason it stopped, and I guess it's because, oh, I used a thorn pod. That's why. Okay. So the thorn pod, I guess, stopped his movement or made him intense pain to where he had to stop, or it enraged him because you could see him. Oh, you see, he kind of got a little mad and came back at me instead of trying to keep running. So maybe it enraged him. So you can see the smoke coming out of his nose, I guess. Snout. I don't know what you'll call that. But here is where we are close to finishing barrel. The hunt is basically almost over. Man, after looking at this, I really did fairly well. And that's it. We hunted the barrel and the Jewatharos in the same hunt.
Alright, you completed the quest. Congrats.
But they ain't finished yet. I have to skin them fully 3 times. 1, 2, just right on 10 seconds. I was scared for a second. But luckily, I had just the right amount of time and had enough to turn around for a good pose. Wipe that sweat off, man. You earned it. Alright, that's basically it for the hunt. Thanks. Like, comment, subscribe at your own will. Peace. It's your boy Ty out.